Whether you're looking for a weekend canyon carver, a daily driver SUV, or a classic project, there's a Porsche for every budget this year. But cheap in the Porsche world is a relative term. Buying the car is often the cheapest part of Porsche ownership. Today, we're breaking down the absolute cheapest ways to get into the brand in 2026, from $5,000 beaters to the most affordable new models on the showroom floor. We're going to look at the Cayenne, the Boxster, the 944, and even the 911 to see where the floor is in today's market. Strap in because we're about to find out if you can actually afford that badge or if you're just buying a one-way ticket to financial ruin. If you want the cheapest possible Porsche in 2026, you aren't looking at a sports car, you're looking at a 20-year-old SUV. The first-generation Porsche Cayenne, the 955 and 957, remains the undisputed king of the cheap Porsche world. In 2026, you can find high-mileage base models or early V8S models for as little as $5,000 to $8,000. Why is it so cheap? Because people are terrified of them, and for good reason. These were $70,000 plus luxury machines when new, filled with complex air suspension systems, plastic coolant pipes that love to crack, and electronic gremlins that could baffle a NASA engineer. What should you look for? If you're brave enough, look for the 2008 to 2010 957 facelift. It solved a lot of the early 955's mechanical woes. The base 3.6-liter V6 is the safe bet. It's basically a Volkswagen VR6 engine. It's not fast, but it's reliable. If you want the Porsche experience, the Cayenne S with the 4.8-liter V8 is the sweet spot, but be prepared for bore scoring issues. A $6,000 Cayenne is a $6,000 car with $60,000 maintenance costs. If the air suspension fails, that's a $3,000 bill. If the brakes need replacing, you're looking at $1,500. It is a fantastic vehicle, it handles better than most modern SUVs, but only if you have a slush fund ready for when the dashboard lights up like a Christmas tree. Now, if you want a real mid-engine sports car, the 986 Boxster 1997 to 2004 is still the bargain of the century. In 2026, despite the Porsche tax hitting the classics, you can still pick up a decent 986 between $10,000 and $15,000. The 986 fried egg era. For years, people hated the 986 because of its fried egg headlights and the fact that it shared so many parts with the 996 generation 911. In 2026, we've moved past that. We realize that the 986 is one of the best handling cars Porsche ever made. The IMS bearing Boogeyman. You can't talk about a cheap Boxster without talking about the IMS or intermediate shaft bearing. If this fails, the engine is toast. In 2026, most 986s on the market have either had the bearing replaced or have enough miles that they likely won't fail, but always check the service records. The step up, the 987 Boxster or Cayman. If you have a bit more to spend, say $20,000 to $25,000, the 987 2005 to 2012 is a massive leap in interior quality and styling. The 987 Cayman specifically is starting to appreciate in value, so if you find one under $25K in 2026, it might actually be a solid investment. Maybe you don't want a modern water-cooled engine. You want that 80s aesthetic, pop-up headlights, phone dial wheels, and that retro cool vibe. The 944 used to be the $3,000 starter Porsche. Those days are gone. In 2026, the 944 has officially become a classic. A clean, drivable base 944 will now cost you $12,000 to $18,000. If you want the turbo or the S2, you're looking at $30,000 plus. The 924 option. If the 944 is out of reach, look at its older brother, the 924. Often mocked for its Audi-sourced engine, the 924 is actually a joy to drive because it's so light. In 2026, you can still snag a 924 under $10,000, making it the cheapest way to get into a classic Porsche. Maintenance note: these cars are 40 years old. Rubber rots, seals leak. The timing belt on a 944 needs to be changed every 30,000 miles or so, and if it snaps, you're looking at a complete engine rebuild. It's a great DIY car, but if you're paying a mechanic, it won't stay cheap for long.
The 911 is the halo car. It's what everyone wants. But 911 prices have gone insane. So what's the cheapest 911 in 2026? It's the 996 Carrera. This was the first water-cooled 911, and enthusiasts hated it for a decade. But the secret is out. The 996 is a phenomenal driver's car. The price tag. In 2026, the floor for a high-mileage automatic 996 is around $25,000. If you want a manual coupe with decent miles, expect to pay $35,000 to $40,000. Compared to a new 911, which starts at over $130,000 this year, the 996 is a steal. What to avoid? Avoid cars with no service history. The 996 suffers from the same IMS and bore scoring issues as the early Boxster. A cheap 911 can easily become a $50,000 car overnight if the engine goes. What if you don't want someone else's headache? What's the cheapest Porsche you can buy new in 2026? 1. Porsche Macan Gas, starting at approximately $65,000. Even though Porsche is pushing the electric Macan, the internal combustion version remains the entry point for the brand. 2. Porsche 718 Cayman, starting at approximately $73,000. This is the cheapest way to get into a new Porsche sports car. However, with the 718 going electric, these final gas-powered models are holding their value incredibly well. The hidden cost. Remember, Porsche is famous for its options list. A base Macan for $65K doesn't exist on dealer lots. By the time you add leather, nice wheels, and a premium sound system, you're looking at $80,000. So what's the actual cheapest Porsche you can buy in 2026? If you just want the badge and don't care about speed or reliability, it's a $5,000 2004 Cayenne. If you want a sports car that you can actually enjoy on the weekends, it's a $12,000 986 Boxster. And if you want the legendary 911 experience, be prepared to shell out at least $30,000 for a 996. My final piece of advice: never buy the cheapest Porsche on the market. Buy the best maintained one you can afford. A $15,000 Boxster with full service records is infinitely cheaper than a $7,000 Boxster that's been sitting in a field for 3 years. Porsche ownership is an incredible experience. The steering, the sound, the heritage, it's all real. Just make sure you leave enough money in your bank account to actually enjoy the drive. Thanks for watching. If you're looking for more deep dives into the automotive market, especially my recent breakdowns on Porsche depreciation, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one.